change. That you would like to change. That you would like to be somebody entirely different. But instead of accepting the person that God has for you, you want to change into the person you want to be. I'm sure, you know, that Matt would like to change and be Brad Pitt. You know, he would accept the 5 children as long as Angelina Jolie was there. You know, the idea is you lose faith in change because you don't have a whole lot of input on who it is you're going to become. And you don't like that. It goes all the way back once again to a control issue. You want control. Of course, if we look at most of us, and we'll just take a 35-year-old mid-range Norm, 35-year-old Norm, how has that control worked for you so far?
Really crappy.
Really crappy. Good, bad preaching, good English. Really crappy. The idea is today we are going to work extensively on change. We're going to use the psychological profiles and the DM4s on change, and we're going to convert those into biblical principles. And we're gonna by the end of the day, you're gonna have some ideas of exactly what it takes to change. You need to change. I need to change. Every one of us needs to change something about our lives, don't we?
Just everything.
Now, if we were to review the steps just for a minute, the only 2 steps that seriously talk about change are 6 and 7. But there's an important, very important telltale grammar about 6 and 7. 6 and 7, steps 6 and 7 have nothing to do with you. Now, many of your sponsors create step work that makes it about you, but in fact, even the Alcoholics Anonymous book suggests it has nothing to do with you. Your assets and your liabilities, your defects and your shortcomings have nothing to do with you. You are you. God made you this way. Now you've got to decide which asset you want to exercise and which liability you want to get weak. Change. Do you know that you consider that change is painful? Change is not painful. Change is really quite easy. What is painful is your resistance to change.
So willingness and acceptance.
Willingness and acceptance is what seems to be painful. If I told you today that you could turn into anybody that you would like, you could be the man that God intended you to be if you would just read 6 scriptures. Write 1 page of attributes and pray for 5 minutes every day, and I gave you the formula. Do you not think you would do that? And in 30 days from now, you would return to me, throw it all on the ground, and say it didn't work. Why do we do that? Because we refuse to finish the cycle of change. It's a complete cycle. It's just like the cycle of grief. It's just like the cycle of using. It's just like the cycle. It's like every other cycle. It's just a cycle. And we refuse, like we talked about yesterday on the walk to Emmaus, you keep going back to the tomb. You refuse to go all the way to Emmaus. The tomb is comfortable. Death is comfortable. So instead of going all the way to Emmaus and viewing the risen Christ, you keep going back to the tomb, staring at the tomb, trying to figure out the tomb. Well, what does the tomb have to do with anything? It's empty. Right? Did you contemplate that little lesson yesterday just a little bit?
I did, but I wouldn't. I wanted to persevere and just, keep the walk, because I'm so wide open, I'm so anxious. I want to see the end.
There's no end.
Exactly.
There's no end.
It's like I don't want to go back. I already know that something amazing and wonderful is in the future, but I can't see the future without having more knowledge.
Right.
So I'm just,
More
I'm-
wisdom.
More wisdom. I'm
No knowledge.
anxious though to just
And I like
go
to,
there.
I don't go
Just
back,
keep
going
walking.
back to the
Huh?
tomb. I'm on my walk, but I see something shiny.
Yeah.
Like, oh, something shiny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, squirrel.
Squirrel.
Just-
Quota horse. Yeah.
Thoroughbred.
But I just feel
Something
that
shiny.
I feel I can have the devotion to do it.
Okay. We're gonna simplify this for you a little bit because most of you are clean and sober, right? Most of you are clean and sober. And most of you are even past, if you're sitting in this meeting today, you're past the second one, which is pre-contemplation. Okay? You're not in your pre-contemplation was months ago, wasn't it? Right? Okay, so you've got relapse, you relapsed or you were using, and then you have pre-contemplation. You contemplated that change was necessary, right?
Yes.
And so you came here. Okay? All right, now here, you're on contemplation. Some of you are still contemplating. You're sitting in meetings and you're going, no, I don't like that idea. I don't want steps. I don't want a sponsor. I don't want an accountability partner. So you're still contemplating change. Okay? Others are on determination. You're on determination. And you're determined to make a change, but you're still lost. And that's the reason we're having this class. You're lost. You're like going, okay. I'm ready to change. No, I don't want to do that. No, that's not the kind of change I was talking about. I was really thinking about a new hairdo, maybe some new nails, maybe a pedicure. That was the change. That was the change. Maybe I need a haircut, maybe trim the beard a little bit, maybe get rid of that Grizzly Adams stuff growing under there, and kind of clean up with that, with that 4-day-old George Michaels look, What am I talking about? External. You're not ready to do anything internal. Right? So most of you are right in the middle. You're halfway there. And like some of you is going to go backwards. I'm sorry. But a few percentage of you is not going to make it through the holidays. You're going to go backwards. Yeah. Hello. Hey.